As a bishop of the Diocese of Tagbilaran, Bohol, I would like to express my profound gratitude, first and foremost, to the organizers of this fundraising event, Ms. Pinky San Andres, Mr. Joey Nombres, and Mr. Vinci de la Paz Lirius for very successfully mounting this exhibit and benefit concert dubbed Talan-Awon o Kasikas sa Bohol, or Sights and Sounds of Bohol. The trio's passion for the arts and cultural heritage and their affection for our quaint island province of Bohol have made this endeavor a nobler cause that favor the rehabilitation of the whole heritage churches damaged by the October 15 earthquake. We also extend this gratitude to all those who responded and continue to respond in various ways to our call for assistance and have commiserated with us in this our time of grief and loss. The Diocese of Tagbilaran also acknowledges with sincere thanks the promises and pledges of support that this photo exhibit and musical repertoire will generate as these make their way first at SM North Sky Dome and at the CCP Main Theater lobby, and then in other venues and sites as well. As you very well know, the 7.2 magnitude earthquake that struck our island province of Bohol in the morning of October 15 impacted with shocking effect. To it, lives and limbs were lost, domestic dwellings were destroyed, some historic civic buildings were damaged, roads and byways were rendered impassable, and the community's pride, our sense of collective cultural identity, which are our centuries-old heritage churches, were heavily and severely compromised in varying degrees. The Diocese of Tagbilaran has identified 20 of its 60 parish churches as heritage churches. 10 of these are declared by the Philippine government cultural agencies as national cultural treasures, important cultural properties, national historical landmarks, and classified historic structures. Since last Tuesday, the pre-restoration phase has begun in earnest with the retrieval and salvage operation of dispersed cultural materials. This will be followed by the documentation of the said recovered materials, their safekeeping, and the conduct of detailed engineering studies and soil boring tests. This pre-restoration phase, budgeted at 96,630,000 pesos, will be pursued for the next 6 to 10 months. The actual restoration phase will commence thereafter. This is the reality now. Spectacular change has come to the island province. The cataclysmic earthquake has redrawn not only the geography of our island, but also the geography of our lives. The heritage churches, which are our centers of culture, continue to exist on the topography of the place, but more so in the photography of our soul. We have to be realistic. We cannot completely recover the original, for heritage once lost is non-renewable. However, since these heritage churches possess architectural and iconographic documentation and conservation management plans, their restoration is feasible. Their reconstruction is doable. This monumental project requires massive manpower and logistic mobilization. The conservative ballpark figure of 100 million pesos to 200 million pesos per church has been quoted. In restructuring these heritage churches, we have considered with the experts that the intervention will require the compatible fusion of the old and the new materials and the harmonious blending of old and new technology. In this way, the old is revealed by the new, and the new will be embedded in the old. This habit of thinking is what Jesus praised in the gospel when he said, "Every scribe who becomes a disciple of the kingdom of heaven is like a householder who brings out from his storeroom things both old and new." Matthew 13:52. We will rebuild Bohol through the Boholanos' indomitability of spirit. We will rebuild Bohol with your wholehearted help, as this photo exhibit and benefit concert make evident, and for which pledges of support we are truly thankful. We will rebuild Bohol with your and our firmer faith in God's divine providence, who leads us to where His grace will sustain us. May God show His favor upon all who in their own way have contributed to the alleviation of those who suffered due to the earthquake and the recent super typhoon. May the provident Lord, whose generosity cannot be outdone, grant you favor upon favor, blessing upon blessing, grace upon grace. In God's time, we will rebuild all things and restore them all in Christ. Mabuhi ang Bohol, mabuhay ang Pilipinas, daghan jamong salamat.